Hello and welcome back to Ghostlight RPGs presents Monster of the Week Duskfall. My name is Justin. I am your keeper for the evening, and with me I have wonderful people as always. Everybody introduce yourself and tell the folks at home what your favorite Saturday morning cartoon is. Take it away, Jake.
All right. My favorite is Recess on one Saturday morning. That was my classic show.
Love it.
And my name is Jake, and I have he, him pronouns. Yeah, I'll pass it along to Jess.
Hi, I'm Jess. I use any pronouns done with respect. Oh gosh, my favorite Saturday morning. I still watch cartoons on Saturday mornings, so right now our obsession is Owl House on Disney. So good.
Oh, so much.
I only know about that because of Emma, and it's on my list.
It's so good.
Owl
I have
House is dynamite.
a little king plush coming for Christmas. I'm really excited. Yeah. But Emma, since you're so excited, you can go.
Hello everyone. I'm Emma. My pronouns are she, her. I also love Owl House, but since Jess chose Owl House, I will say one of my favorite Saturday morning, Sunday morning cartoons is from when I was younger, and it's Digimon. I watched that every Sunday morning, I think, actually, but that's like my all-time favorite morning cartoon. And I will pass it to Ben.
Hello, my name is Ben. I use he, they pronouns, and I think probably my favorite from when I was a kid and watching that was in the early 90s. There was a show called Centurions. Did anyone watch Centurions? There was like this dude with like the mustache, and they would have these like suits that would like assemble onto them, and I don't know.
I am looking it up because it sounds familiar. You know what I mean? Like you have to like see it.
Yeah, that's familiar.
Centurions.
Yeah. I just remember the dude who had like the brown mech suit, had like this really big cool mustache.
That's from the 80s.
From the 80s, yeah. Well, really dating myself here.
It's a Look at that mustache though. Yo, look up Centurions, everybody. It's wild.
Yeah, check the mustache. If for no other reason, the mustache inspiration, like it's coming back.
Jack Kirby worked on it. Sweet.
And pass it over to Taylor.
Hey everybody, my name is Taylor. My pronouns are she, her. Classic. I'm just gonna stick with what I'm close to. Scooby-Doo was my favorite growing up. But if everyone wants a recommendation for a newer cartoon in like Cartoon Network style, you should check out Kid Cosmic on Netflix. I love that show. I adore it. It's kind of in the vein of like She-Ra and the owl one you guys were talking about. So I think you'd enjoy it. But check it out.
Sorry, I'm typing. I can't type and talk at the same time no matter how many times I try. Anyway, yes, I think that's everybody, right? So to finish off, I will just say I feel like I had a lot at the time. I mean, obviously we all did, I think, but the one that I'm going to mention, because it's the one that actually sparked this conversation in my head, is Jackie Chan Adventures. Not sure if anybody else watched that one, but used to love that show. It's just so good, and structurally, I feel like it influenced me in a way of storytelling that totally has shown up in a lot of my stories and my work. So anyway, so that's that. Thanks, everybody. We use... Wow, I'm completely off my game now. I'm just thinking about Jackie Chan Adventures. Monster of the Week Duskfall is a R-rated game, so if you have any little ones, probably don't watch this with them, because we will cuss, and we will say graphic things, but not actual graphic things. This is going horribly. I've done this 1,000 times, you guys. I don't know why I can't get my head wrapped around this intro right now. I am sorry. Let's try that again. We use color cards, like these, to make sure that we stay respectful and comfortable of each other's boundaries. And we recommend that you do the same at home in your home games. Don't forget to like... Jeez, I'm already off. I said like... Jess almost spit her coffee out.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And
ding, 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 notification
not
bell.
Not sponsored.
Don't forget to smash that subscribe button.
There it is.
Don't forget to lightly, gently caress that like button.
That's Emma's thing. Emma's all about the caressing.
Whoa. Where's the like button?
Ben, you got one that you wanted to throw out there?
Yeah, make sure you caress us with that forgotten Amazon Prime Twitch subscription.
There, see, you forget these things, but if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you have to go subscribe every month. You have to redo it. You have to resubscribe. So, hey, if you're not aware, we have a Patreon, which I'm going to quickly type here in the chat if you're watching us on Twitch, and with that Patreon or through a Twitch subscription, you can join our Discord community and become a part of the conversation and see things like cute dog photos. Also, if you are watching live right now, we have a Ko-fi account, which is very fun. It's a way for you to support us, these 6 people you see in front of you right now, and it's different for every show, so make sure that if you do donate to the Ko-fi, just make sure you're doing it like during a show, otherwise it'll just go to the Ghostlight overall vault, where we keep all of our massive amounts of money. But thank you so much to everybody who's already subscribed, everybody who's followed, and everybody who has donated in different ways. We really appreciate you. Wow, so many things happening already in the chat. What a time! What a time to be alive! Okay. Is that it? I think that's it. God, I gotta get better at these intros, you guys. I thought I had it down, and then
Justin is very hydrated right now, and it just...
Yeah, like, I don't know what happened. Okay, let's just breath.
Yeah, just breathe.
Breathe, baby, breathe. I'm very excited about tonight's episode. I think that's what it is. So, Monster of the Week, Duskfall. Now, if you happened to have missed the previous episodes, you could go back and watch them on our YouTube. All of our past videos are on there. But if not, just listen to this brief description of what's happened previously. In the town of Smalltown, Colorado, these 5 members of the Duskfall Society are basically protecting regular civilians from monsters in the night. At least that's the overall idea, but all of that's kind of gone to shit recently when Cal, Nels, and Mac came out of nowhere from the Moonvale, really, into Smalltown, and they all together, with Darby and Percy, started investigating appearances of Fae creatures. Sorry, the chat's blowing up right now. You guys, we got a hype train going. That's wild. We haven't had a hype... Is that a hype train? I'm looking. It's a hype train. We haven't had a hype train in months. I shouldn't say that, but it's true. Do it now. Subscribe now. Okay. This is exciting. I'm excited. So, when we last left off, Cal, Nels, Percy, Darby, and Mac had all just had a wild encounter with a Fae named Hovos, who had somehow got into Smalltown in the daytime, which is unheard of. Monsters are only able to break through the rift at night after Duskfall. So how this Fae got in remains a mystery, but they got in, they murdered the sheriff of the town, along with also Old Man Bartholomew. You can't forget them. And they all, sorry, the hype train is getting me. I don't know how we do this. Real quick, thank you, Marcus Flores. Very, very thank you. Thank you to Q Jess Go. Thank you to Lioness Rampant X. Thank you to, who else is there? Everybody who's in the chat right now that I forgot. Everybody stretch. Take a deep breath. I just did that at the same time. Okay. Back to the recap. We're only on the recap. This is how this is going so far. Anyway, so after defeating Hovos, or rather, how you defeated Hovos was kind of epic. There was a demon horde that had shown up as well after the sun had set, and all of this chaos happened between Cal and Percy, but Percy ended up absorbing all of the demons into herself after or before, I can't remember exactly, like draining the life out of Hovos the Fae. So Percy had a wild day. Now all of you went to the decided to go to the sliced lime or the slippery lime. I genuinely cannot remember.
That is the third name this place has had.
It's the slippery lime, the sliced lime. I don't remember.
Sticky lime was when Jake said.
Sticky lime, that's another one. Thank you so much, Kate. Anyway, all these are true. The people in town call it different things. Slippery lime, sticky lime, sliced lime, the zested lime. Very good, very good. Anyway, you all decide you need a night out, so you go there to the bar to meet up with some of Darby's friends from work. Here, Cal lets loose for the first time in a while. Nell's is an awkward conversation. Mac was learning more about technology, I think. Darby was just happy to have friends. And
that's true enough.
And Percy found that, well, I don't know. Again, I'm not sure if she knows, but there was an admirer, Rayshawn, who works with Darby, and who went to school with Percy. Anyway, all of this is happening, and Percy begins to feel sick and vomits up shadows that she had previously eaten. Most of the bar just kind of shrugs it off like nothing because of the shimmer. However, Rayshawn and Dale Rogan, who was also at the table, both saw specifically shadows coming out of Percy's mouth in a very exorcism way. Darby attempted to help the matter by drunkenly helping Percy out the back door, upon which they found a shadowy woman back there watching them, who made herself known to be Percy's mother. And after the longest introduction and recap of my life, let's jump into Monster of the Week, Duskfall. Whew. Very good. So we pick up right where we left off. Percy, your mother stands before you. Darby, you are there with, I believe, a lighter.
Lighter, right here.
Yeah, and what do you do? Yeah, go ahead.
I stare into the shadow that is presumably my mother, and I go, "Mom?"
Hi, Percy. Hi.
What is? Are you real? Are you? What are you? What is going on right now?
I know. There's a lot. There's so much. I can't, I'm sorry that I have to do this, in this way. I just, I haven't been able to work up the strength until now to really say something. I mean, it's only been a few days since I've been able to even get here and see you, and this is not how I wanted this to go.
Get here from where? Where? What do you mean?
Okay, and she looks towards Darby, kind of like, you just gonna keep doing that? Like, she looks back to you,
flicks the
Percy.
lighter off, assuming this is not a demon.
Percy, she looks back to you and she says, is there somewhere we can talk?
We can talk right here. Darby is a trusted companion of mine, and anything you can say to me, you can say to him.
Okay, yeah, alright, what do you know about Dovafale?
About what? Wait, what?
Okay, there's another realm, a realm full of demons. It's called Dovafale. And Percy, Darby, you've heard of Dovafale. In fact, I think both of you have heard the name Dovafale. It's similar to Moonvale. It's just a place that monsters come from, you know?
Okay.
But, yeah, so she says, Percy, I've been there. I've been in Dovafale, okay?
That doesn't make any sense.
I know.
How did you get there?
I'm dead. I died a long time ago. A long time ago.
So why did Dad tell me that you left because you had to? Are you telling me that he lied to us?
No, I did. I had to. For your safety, Percy.
Okay, you need to tell me what's going on. First of all, why did you leave? How did you die? Why are you here? Why now?
I know. There's so much. There's Look, I only have we don't have a lot of time before some bad stuff is gonna happen, okay? Okay. I left. I left to see if I could find a cure, a way out, of some way to fix what's wrong with our family, okay? And I didn't want you and your sister to go through the same things. So I left. I thought that if I got distance away from you, from all of you, that I'd be able to. You'd be safe until I could find.
Out really, really well for you, because they're both dead now, Mom. You left, and they're dead. Our house burned down. You weren't there.
I know.
But you're here now. How long have you been watching us? And Darby's just trying to make sure this is the presence that he's been sensing, following them for the last 10 hours.
Yeah, Darby, 100% yes. This is the presence you felt, lurking, watching. She says to you, I've only been here a matter of hours, days. I truly cannot tell. Dovafale has no sense of time, so it's different for me. Percy, I came because something's changed. I felt it. For you. I thought... There's a lot that's changed. Okay. Percy, when I tried to find a solution. I found the Duskfall Society. Okay? And I joined up in San Francisco, and I was trying to find answers about my life, about this curse that's been on our family, and I didn't find answers, but I did find a possible solution. At least I thought at the time it was a solution, and I just went for it. I thought it was better than seeing you suffer, and now I see that it was worse. It was a gem, an artifact. I didn't know at the time, but it was a remnant of Dovafale, and touching it killed me, trapped me in Dovafale, but I think I know that it did more than that, Percy. It somehow transferred itself into you.
I wasn't even there. How is that possible?
I don't know. This whole thing was because of this curse, this curse on our bloodline, and I think maybe because you were the next one to inherit this curse, it just jumped to you. I mean, that was my wish, and
So, do you know what caused the fire?
she's very quiet.
And at that time, Darby's just gonna quietly walk around the corner of the slippery lime
Okay.
and just be around the corner. Still listening, but giving a bit of privacy, letting this free up a bit.
Percy, she doesn't answer that question, and she instead says, there's more I need to say here. I came now because there's been a development of sorts in Dovafale. Things are changing right now, and I'm scared that you are somehow involved. I don't entirely know how, but I can sense it, I can feel it, and I needed to come help you if I could. I haven't been able to escape until now. For the record, there's these crowns, and the crown in Dovafale has been taken, and it's allowed us to leave, sort of, but only in...
Wait, the crown. The Fae we talked to earlier said something about we stole the crown. I can't remember. I have to... one of my party members, Cal...
Darby goes around from the corner and says, "The crown was stolen. A war is coming." Does that make any sense to you?
Yes, there's...
Care to expand on that?
She starts to fizzle, and then comes back. She says, she turns around and looks, and then she comes back to you, and she says, I can't right now. Meet me in... I'll find you. I'll find you soon. And then...
Can we help you?
Disappears.
Whoa. I'm not totally sure how to process this. I think I'm gonna I think I'm just gonna sit out here for a couple minutes, if that's okay.
Yeah, and Darby's just gonna make a little snowball and like tell her to just put this in your hands, hold it for a while until you can't anymore. We'll be back out here soon. And he goes back in to meet the rest of the folks.
Okay. While that's been happening, Mac, Cal, and Nels, the three of you remained inside the bar, and you all, what do you think y'all been doing since since Percy vomited shadows and then left?
Well, I think we passed out shots, and when the scene returns to inside the lime, I think Cal's probably dancing on the bar. And I'll be true to my love if my love will be true to me.
Amazing.
And just making merry.
Very good, very good. The crowd is into it. They're loving this, like, seemingly, like, drunk Santa Claus with no
like
shoes
wearing
on.
like sunglasses.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Okay,
Super
good. Nels, Mac, yeah.
I think that Nels is just trying to make sure that everyone's glasses stay full. So she might be like, "Hey, yo, Mac, over here." Oh wait, what's your voice? All right, Jodie Foster. "Hey, yo, Mac, over here. This guy needs a refill. Why don't we help a fella out?"
Yeah, great. All right, back on the Darby tab, please. Thank you.
And I'm
You're
going
on.
to put my hand right on Mac and say, hold that, sugar, thanks. We need to
hey.
step outside for a moment and talk to our friend Percy. Thank you very much. Nails, join us. And then he's going to start wiggling his way towards Cal.
I will say, Darby, before you get in there, so this is...
Oh, no.
There's some time passing here before you...
More shots.
While you were talking outside. Whoever is closest to Dale and Rayshawn, Nels, they're not, like, traumatized. They're just kind of still in, like, a stupor of, like, is she okay? Like, is she, like, Rayshawn keeps asking you, like, should I go check on her? Is she gonna be okay?
No, I think that she just probably wants to be alone right now.
Nels, it dawns on you that, I mean, yes, a lot has changed since you have been in the real world, but you know the Duskfall Society, and you also know that they are big on tradition, and things, from what you've seen so far, not much has changed as far as, like, order goes in the Duskfall Society. So it's very bizarre to you how these two saw that happen, because the shimmer should have protected people from seeing that, and it looks like it did for the majority of the room, but for these two it just didn't. And I mean, they were the closest to it, but still, that doesn't really add up to you.
Could I roll to like read a bad situation?
Absolutely.
Or yeah, I will roll to read a bad situation. And that is sharp, but I can use my tough because I have combat senses, so I'm gonna roll tough.
Okay.
And I rolled a 10.
A 10. Awesome. So what do you want to ask? I think you get 3 hold for that. And the read a bad situation is a little more like combat questions, like, you know, as far as danger goes. But we can kind of nudge them a little bit to fit what we need to fit. So
I think I'll start with, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? I'm wondering if there's anything I can glean from these men that might tip me off that they might be in on the Duskfall Society. They weren't introduced as being in on it,
Right.
but maybe if there's some kind of symbol or something that I might see.
right. So wait, the question is,
Are these guys in the know? That's the question.
the answer is no, not at all.
Okay.
They, everything inside of you is saying, nope, they're just normal people. They aren't the change. Something about like this
Ooh.
situation has changed. Yeah.
Then I want to ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed? And I'm wondering if maybe there's something in the atmosphere around this space that's making this possible?
Very good question. In this room that you're in, there's no danger you haven't noticed. But I will say, just with that same train of thought, that you were going on with, okay, if they're not if they aren't in the know by any means, then somehow they were able to see through the shimmer. And if it's not because of anything that they're bringing to the table, it's something must be up with the shimmer.
Got it.
And you don't know, I mean, you can't tell right now if that's somebody's causing that to happen, or if it just was like a fluke, or if it's something about this room, or you don't know what's causing it. It's just,
Okay,
Yeah.
then can I hold my other hold
Yeah.
for later?
Yeah, sure.
Cool.
So anyway, the two of them are freaking out, or not really freaking out, they're kind of freaking out. Darby, that's when you come in.
Yeah, and I do what I said, and just like I stopped Matt because I know she was getting a tray of shots. I'm like, this is too much for my economy.
Sugar's
And-
just, pouring a circle.
and I'm like, thank you, we'll keep those. Everybody, drinks on me. And then I tell Matt out that way, and Nell's gonna gesture, you go that way too. And then I'm gonna approach the bar to try to address Cal on the bar, and just be wiggling with everyone who's wiggling, and gonna try to get my hand up and be like,
I'll finish my song and jump down and clap Darby on the shoulder and say, Darby, thank you for the drinks and a lovely time.
you're very welcome, Cal, buddy. We
Matt
gotta go.
clearly has 2 shots.
Good. Sugar grabs your arm, Darby, before you leave and just says, you do intend to pay, right?
And I say, Sugar, have I ever let you down?
I've only known you for about a month and a half.
Fair enough.
But
And he
no.
drops a $100 bill.
Thank you very much. She does not give you change, and you,
Nor should she, so this is fine.
nope. So, all right, you four head out the back door to meet with Percy, who Percy's just been having some alone time out there.
With my snowball.
Say again.
I said with my snowball.
With your snowball. Yes.
Nope.
What do you guys do next?
Mac walks up to Percy for the 2 shots. Says, hey, Percy, so I have this #1 rule. I don't drink unless I'm having a good time. Do you care to break that rule with me?
Oh, God. Yeah, please. Twist my arm, why don't you? And Percy takes it and do a little clink.
Yep.
Before downing it.
Awesome.
And making a terrible face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be kind enough and got the cheap stuff. Hope you don't mind.
What is that, Jameson? It's disgusting.
Bargain bin. It was in a plastic bottle, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, perfect. That's exactly what I needed.
There you go.
You all hear the, I don't know if this is actually how this works, but you all hear the bell tower. Dung, dung, striking midnight. I don't know does that happen at, like, late hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
It does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it does. In Smalltown, it does.
Small towns, baby.
There you go.
So anyway, you hear that the church bell just down the street is ding-donging for midnight. What do you all do? Do you want to are you gonna like call it a night, or are you gonna go out on patrol, or what's the plan?
Darby, what was it you wanted to talk to us about?
We just met Percy's mother. Percy, do you want to talk about this? Or would you prefer I hold this conversation?
I can give you guys the nutshell version, I guess. Well, turns out my mom, who disappeared when I was a child and abandoned myself and my father and my sister, joined the Duskfall Society, found something that she thought could cure a family curse that apparently I have, and she found a portion of the demon veil, essentially, and when she touched it, it killed her and somehow flowed into me. And there's something about the crown that was stolen, and the everything is changing and it's terrible. And then she disappeared into a cloud of dust, and I don't know anything else. So that sounds pretty neat.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's all right.
And the last thing she mentioned was a crown had been stolen and a war was coming.
Yeah, Cal.
A crown?
Didn't the Fae say something to you about a crown?
Yeah. Yeah, they mentioned that it was stolen. Justin, with the crown in the Moonvale, does this ring a bell for me? Would I know what the crown is? Like, is that common knowledge in that place?
For you, yes, because you spent so much time within the culture, you've heard of like what they call the Dark Crown. You're not sure what like the technical name for it is or whatnot, but the Fae just refer to it as the Dark Crown. It is essentially like it's a great source of power. Polyper, the self-proclaimed king of the Fae, like wears it essentially. You've heard that, you know, as far as what people are talking about with like it being stolen and whatnot, like you've heard that it was stolen like very like rarely, essentially. Like it's a tricky thing to do, to steal that crown, and even more so the punishment that would come along with like getting caught stealing that crown. So like there's been different times people, and by people I mean like, you know, powerful creatures of Moonvale have tried to like, you know, take control from Polyper, like take the kingdom basically. And they've gotten close at times, but you know, he has remained the Lord of the Moonvale regardless. And it sounds like Percy... Well, never mind. You wouldn't know that. Keep going.
Well, and I guess I'm putting together the theft of the crown in the Moonvale is what caused this disaster that basically was making the plane collapse.
Yeah.
And made it possible for us to get out and for us to get out. Okay.
Yeah, knowing what you know about the crown and how it's not only a source of power, but whoever holds the crown essentially commands the kingdom, you know, commands the realm. And so without the crown, there's really no command. Therefore, there's no like limits. Essentially, there's no barriers. There's no rules. It does fall into utter chaos, ironically, and therefore, like, you know, lines are blurred, both, you know, metaphorically and literally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'll turn back to Percy. I'll say, yes, Hobos said that the crown had been stolen in Moonvale, but if the crown had also been stolen in the demon realm, what is...
I don't know. She left before she could tell us anything else, and she just said that she'll find me, and I don't know what that means, so I don't know how to find out more, and it's stressing me out, man.
What sort of crown are we talking about here?
Well, if it's like the crown in the Moonvale, it's a crown of great power and order, and that has the power to alter reality within that realm.
Do you know what it looks like?
Have I ever seen Polyper? Justin? Is Polyper like
Only
make
from
appearances?
far away and in shadow, I think. The best description is just, a dark
I'd be
crown.
like, yeah, it looks pointy and crown-like, or ornate headwear.
Cal, do you remember the night that, well, and Nels turns to everyone else and she says, I think I've seen that crown before. But it was
Don't tell me that you stole it.
No, I don't need anything like that. But it was before we went to the Moonvale. Cal, I don't know if you remember this, but the night that we figured out that the Duskfall Society existed, we were at the state fair and something happened. I don't know. I think something exploded, and I there was a troll. I think would be the best way to describe it. And I could see it, and it was running away, and it had some sort of, I thought it was a crown in its hands. It was a long time ago, so I don't really remember it too clearly, but that was the moment, the first time I ever saw anything that I ever saw through the veil. And then tonight when we were in the bar, it seemed like your friends, they saw the come out of you, and I thought the veil was supposed to prevent them from seeing that. So maybe there's something going on and the veil is not as strong as it used to be.
That's really not encouraging.
But I don't know where that crown ended up.
Justin, do you think Wilson would know anything more than what we know here about these other realms?
Good possibility. Yeah.
All right. Does anyone have anything to say against us reconvening with Wilson back at home base?
No, I want to do some research on the Dova Vale and see if I can find something about their crown.
All right. Well, shall we all go to the library?
Sounds good.
So, we cut to middle of the night, later that night. Hux and young Winnie, along with Wilson, are out currently on patrol. Since technically Percy and Darby had kind of been dealing with stuff earlier today, they all stepped up and are out on patrol tonight. But Wilson can be available to discuss things with you if need be. But yeah, the five of you are in the headquarters, in the library, full of dusty old tomes. Yeah. Do you all want to, everybody just make me we're just gonna call this a group sharp check, okay? So, as a group, if you all get more successes than failures, well, we'll just see how this plays out.
Not bad, not bad.
All right, so let's see. We got Darby got a 9. Nell's got a 7. So far, that's 2 mixed successes. Percy got a 10. Mac got an 11. And Cal got an 8. So overall, no failures, which is honestly hard to do. Congratulations, everybody. So yeah, you find a lot of good information here as you just kind of work through the night. Some of which Wilson gives you, some of which you just kind of find in tomes, in things. So I'll just kind of give you some info here. First of all, the Moonvale, all right, ruled over by the Lord Polyper, who, again, self-proclaimed king of monsters. There's very little, first what's the word I'm looking for? First person accounts of like interacting with Polyper. Like the only one that you find really is dated like, 680 years ago. Somebody interacted with Polyper somehow and was basically blinded and like maimed after the game they played didn't go well, essentially. Polyper is a fae, and take that for what you will, essentially. What you all know about the fae so far, with your high successes and stuff, I'll just go ahead and kind of list off some things. They are clever. They are a bit greedy, but they do tend to have this joyful excitement about them that makes them somewhat childlike. And so, for as old as Polyper is, it is interesting to see how that like almost like childlike attribute mixes with being the ruler of an entire realm, essentially. So Polyper comes up in a lot of stories, but they're all like mostly second or third hand accounts. On the flip side, what you find about Dovafel is it's referred to as the realm of burning souls. It is whereas the Moonveil is like, as we've kind of already discussed, it's lush. It is full of wondrous, horrific, foliage and trees, kind of like the stuff of nightmares, but still somehow like an enchanted forest. Always nighttime. Dovafel is kind of like the yin to that yang. It is a dry, deserted wasteland where it is like the sun intense all the time. Pits of fire and hell and just death. And because of that like never-ending sun, there's a ton of shadow everywhere, which is where you get these shadow demons from. Realm of Burning Souls, ruled by the warrior queen Basari. She is a greater demon, essentially. Whereas Polyper is mischievous and like conniving, Basari is fierce and like powerful. I mean, in a way that I mean like he is a little more roguish. She is a little more brute strength. And in these accounts and whatnot, you also are looking up like crowns and how crowns fit into this. There are a few different accounts of what is referred to as the Crown of Chaos. And this crown, up until about like the farthest back you can see, it's interesting. About nearly 800 years ago, this crown stopped being referred to as a single crown and was referred to from thereafter as the Crowns of Chaos, which is, you thought at first maybe like a misprint or something, but it just happens over and over again. And then you start seeing like information about both Polyper and the Basari harnessing the Crowns of Chaos. Both of them have a crown, essentially. And so there's this kind of mystery about what happened and how they split, or did they get duplicated, or is it one crown and it like they share it, and there's really no answer that people have found. But there have been accounts of what the crowns can do, and essentially they grant power and control over the realms, essentially, over like a domain, and at the same time can flip the real world, if you will, the real world, Earth, into a state of chaos, which is essentially where the name came from. So, I know that was a huge lore dump, and I apologize for that, but you rolled really well, and I just wanted you to be rewarded. So, is there any questions anybody has that, you would continue looking into something specific?
Yeah. Can I use my hold from the last scene to... So both of the crowns can be used to cause chaos in our current world, you said, right?
Yeah.
Is there any benefit to having both? Can they both exist in the same place? How does that work?
Yeah, so there has not been, as far as you can tell, there has not been a, mention or an occurrence of both crowns being in the same place, since they were supposedly split, or whatever happened 800 years ago. So you don't know what would happen if they were brought back together. But what you do know is that, according to Percy's mother and to Hovos the Fae, supposedly both crowns have been stolen.
Okay.
And I think Darby would just be looking for, is there any way to sense or track where they may be?
You don't find a good answer there.
I had a feeling.
There doesn't seem to be a good way to track them. You would need a really good tracker. And what?
Go on.
And honestly, just some way to capture, if you could, you would think, okay, Mac. So
Yes.
Darby maybe thinks this out loud, and Mac, you're pretty sure you could track anything. But what you would need in order to track one of these is some semblance of its energy, right? Like, if you were going to track, gamma radiation across the world, you would need to know what gamma radiation looks like, right? So you would need to understand what that energy looks like, what that sense of it is, in order to find more of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, Darby. Kind of sounds like you need my help.
Yeah. Can you think of any way that we could track one of these crowns down, or both of these crowns?
Let's see. All right. I mean, I know I can, as the expert that I am, if you just give me a stockpile of repair parts, electronics, etc., probably help you out. It's the least I can do after you splurged on so many drinks for us.
I imagine we're all still a little a little intoxicated at this point.
I don't know what you're talking about. Mac's eyes are fully closed. All right, so
All right.
can you recall any sort of instance where this kind of energy was detected and there wasn't enough data to go off of? Any incidents? Records? Samples?
There, no.
Is Wilson awake here?
Wilson is out on patrol, but
That's right,
you can
yeah.
walkie him. He said he will go out on patrol to make sure everything's okay. but he's there for questions if you need him, so you can always walkie him.
All right. I'm gonna get on the walkie and be like, Wilson, come in. Wilson, this is Darby.
Darby, this Wilson, over.
Wilson, we are trying to track down some material from the place where these demons come from. Do we have any physical bit of evidence of these demons? Over.
Not really. I could I could contact the council and see if there's some nearby in another branch maybe, but we don't have any here. Specifically, whenever we kill these demons, they basically get just destroyed. I mean, there's really nothing left. Over.
All right, I'm on it. Over. So, I know that my playbook has a move. I don't know if it applies to our particular game, but it is called Deal with the Agency.
Yeah.
Can I contact my mentor?
Sure. Yeah.
It's okay if I can. Okay. So I'm gonna pull out from my little pocket here. I'm gonna pull out a tiny little, like, just a thumb button, and it's just gonna send a little page to them.
Okay.
And I'm just, again, I'll just say, all right, everybody, it's a long night. Do we feel that we can continue this search tonight, or would we all do better tomorrow after we've had a bit of sleep?
I just have one question. Why do you have a pager, a walkie, and a cell phone?
I'll talk to you a little bit more about that tomorrow. I think it's something that Lauren Stongo, who we might meet. Ooh, I can't wait. It's the person who. Yeah, this is not just denim. It's got some gadgets, and I'll show them all to you in a later time.
All right, better keep your promises.
I always do.
Yes, Taylor.
Does Percy overhear any of this conversation about trying to find demon energy?
Absolutely. I think you're all in the same room.
Okay, cool. Can I roll somehow to see if I've got an instinct about whether or not Percy, having just consumed demons earlier that night, might be able to present some of that energy?
Yeah. Make, oh boy, we'll call this we'll call this an investigate a mystery.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll that for me real quick.
Which is a sharp, and I have a +1 because I'm knowingly dealing with demons. So that's a 9.
A 9, okay.
Yes.
So, you can ask me, basically, with a 9, I'm sorry, I'm not looking at it right now, but I believe that's one general question.
Is Percy capable of offering what they seek in this moment?
You would think not. In fact, you think maybe they're barking up the wrong tree here. It's not just demon energy that you need here. It's specifically, because, I mean, that's everywhere. And, like, tracking down, using demon energy is only going to give you, let you track more demon stuff.
So we're looking for Basari energy.
You're looking for, well, possibly, yeah,
Or
if you wanted to track
whoever stole
Basari. Or literally Crown of Chaos energy.
Okay. I understand.
If you were looking for the crowns. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm going to go to Darby. Darby, I think we need to be looking for the crown, not necessarily for demons or for Fae. We don't know who stole it, but I don't know how to find the energy of those crowns either, though.
All right. And I think he's just gonna, like, put down whatever he was gathering together and just think harder.
Sure. Cal, what do you think you've been doing while they've all been like, studying up and whatnot?
I think just kind of listening, catching vibes. Probably not reading too many of these old books, but maybe trying to sober up a little bit, or not. I don't know. Yeah. Just sort of just kind of catching vibes. I don't know.
Sure.
Listening to everyone.
Cal, go ahead and roll me just a weird roll here.
I'd love to hear the roll weird. That is an 8.
An 8. Amazing. Mixed success. Cal, you're kind of in and out of this conversation, just kind of listening, thinking, remembering. When Nels earlier told you about that story from your youth, from the state fair, when she was talking about it, it didn't really strike a chord. I mean, a good portion of Cal's mind, I think, kind of faded, away as that other, crept in. And so I think there are certain memories that aren't lost, they're just buried. And I think this was one of them. And Cal, but sitting here, the more you're thinking about it, I think you start to put the pieces back together of that night at the state fair. You yourself never saw what Nels saw, right? She claimed, she told you, afterwards about seeing this troll with this dark crown in its hand, and I mean you believed her because you two were so close and everything, but you yourself never saw that. I mean, to you it looked like some sort of a gas leak explosion or something like that. I mean, it looked wild, and it wasn't until a good time later when you joined the Duskfall Society that you started to kind of understand how she saw that and you didn't, or rather, I'm sorry, how she saw that at all. But what you still didn't understand is why she saw that and you didn't, because it doesn't make sense, right? I mean, how she saw through the shimmer and you were not able to. Yeah, just I don't know. You're kind of floating around that right now.
Yeah. I'll turn to the others as the group sort of falls silent and, everybody's sort of coming down. And I'll just say, well, it seems like perhaps it's a good time to let the Council of Sleep work on this problem. Does anyone have a place I can lay down?
And you all know that Hux did set up 3 beds for you.
Okay, I think I'll just turn and go lay down fully clothed and sleep.
Fully clothed in the Santa outfit and
Yeah.
Jesus sandals.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Jesus sandals.
That's right, yeah.
He's still probably very drunk at this point.
Yeah.
No doubt.
What about everybody else? Y'all going to sleep?
Yeah, Percy's gonna head back to Nana's house.
Cool.
And I think Darby's gonna stop by the wood shop before he goes home because he wants to pick up his equipment that he has hidden there.
Cool. What about Nels and Mac?
Mac is gonna lay down with her giant knife still holstered.
Cool.
On her.
Cool.
Just in case he's...
You want to take first watch tonight, Mac?
Sure can. Still drunk, but I can do that.
Nell's gonna clasp her on the back and say, "Good woman." And Nell's is gonna put a blanket over Cal and then also get some shut eye.
And you put the blanket over Cal. You start laying down, and just before you drift off into sleep, Nels, there's just a slight pain in that scar on your arm. Mac, you take first watch, and we leave the headquarters as we go to Darby. And Darby, you go grab your gear?
Yeah, because, my playbook allows me to get a list of weapons, and I think he brought those with him and hid them, and now that he's, been becoming part of the town, he found a more permanent place than along the rail yard.
Okay.
So it's near his work, just in case.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you're heading that direction, and you get a little, an unknown number on your phone.
Yeah. All right. And he knows what this is. And he says, Darby.
Well, hey there. You recognize the voice of Stango.
Hey, we've got a bit of a situation here in Smalltown, Colorado.
Is that right?
Yes. Apparently, we've got a war coming to us from Dovevale and Moonvale.
You can tell that she is writing something. While she pauses, and then she says, "All right, good work. We're on our way."
All right. Last thing, we are searching for 2 crowns, one from each realm. Do you have any insight on how we might be able to track such a thing?
Thinking, and then she says, "No, fortunately not. That's more of your area of expertise, right?"
Boring. And he hangs up.
You almost hear her smirk as you do so. Amazing. Cool. And then we cut over to Percy, who just opens the door at Nana's house. Percy? Percy, is that you?
Nana, are you still awake?
Oh, well, my show was on, and I thought I heard. And she kind of stands up, and she just sits in her chair, and she stands up and she walks over to you. She says, and she takes your hands, and she says, "Percy, I saw your mother."
Did you? Yeah, me too. She, how'd she look? How'd she look to you?
Oh. Good. You saw her too?
Yeah, what did she say to you, Nana?
Nothing.
It's really important.
Nothing. She was smiling.
Where was she? What do you mean she was just smiling? She didn't say anything at all?
She does that thing. You can see her mind is really trying to work. And you've seen her do this before. It's true. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to deal with actually seeing your mom, but once a week she tells you that she saw your mom.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of this, or that she talked to your dad today or something like that. So you're starting to wonder if this is actually legit, or if she was just having another maybe episode or something. But she's trying to think. She says, "No, she was there. She was there." She's kind of pointing over towards the hallway area.
Okay, Nana. Why don't we get you to bed and we can talk about Mom in the morning, okay?
Okay. Okay. You start walking her to bed. She gets in bed. You start kind of like tucking her in a little bit. And she's just looking at you the whole time, and she says, "Percy, you're so beautiful."
Thanks, Nana. Oh man. That's really sweet. Let's get you to bed though. Go ahead and rest, okay?
All right. She you hear her kind of humming as she, just kind of, not even like a song or anything like that, just kind of like a, as she you close the door to her room and turn around to see your shadowy mother in the hallway right in front of you.
Does she? Do I roll to see if she scares the shit out of me?
It's dealer's choice.
Mom, what is going on? I need more than this. Okay, my team is freaking out. We've got people coming from.
I know, that's why I came back. I told you I'd find you. I'm sorry. I had to go earlier. Let's talk. Really.
I'm ready. Let's go.
And before we dive into that, we are going to take our quick 5-minute break here. I hope everybody's enjoying this really chill episode. Lots of lore, lots of mystery abound, lots of answers, and more questions. But we will hopefully answer more of those questions in just a little bit. We'll be back in 5 minutes, so don't go anywhere. See you in a second. And we're back. Alright, back picking up where we left off. We have Percy. You are in your room, maybe? And you close the door, your mom is there with you. This is your time. I'm gonna let you kind of lead the conversation here, Taylor. But yeah,
Okay.
ask anything.
Okay. I mean, Mom, what is this about the crown? We're gonna start with that most urgently. Okay.
Okay. The crowns. Basari's crown was stolen. She blames Golliher. And is eager to go to war over this stolen crown. I don't know who took it, but if it's come to my attention that Golliher's crown has also been stolen, and I fear there's going to be war between Moonvale and Dovafell without actual cause.
So what do we have to do with all of this? I mean, why are you trapped there delivering this to me? What?
I mean, it's technically unrelated, Percy. It's just that when I touched that gem, I didn't realize I was giving up everything. And not just my life, but your future. I didn't mean for that to happen, Percy. And I'm so sorry that it did. But in a way, you don't understand because you don't know what this curse was like, but it's what killed your grandfather. I was terrified that it was going to kill your father, and I didn't want it to hurt anyone in your life, and so I made this choice for us, for you, for me, and when I did so, I just thought about you. And I think that whatever energy was in that gem it channeled itself into you, Percy. And that's my fault. Okay?
Mom, okay. It doesn't matter whose fault it is, okay? It happened and I'm like this now. This is my future. You gave this to me. So as much as that sucks, this is what it's like and you're here now and that's what I've got to work with. So I just need you to help me keep my team alive. Okay? I need to know everything that you know about this. I mean, am I a danger? Am I putting them in danger just by being around them?
You see she gets quiet again, like she did before.
Why can't you tell me anything?
Percy, the power inside of you is demonic in nature. I'm sure you've already figured that out. It rid you and everyone that will come after you of this curse. But in its own way, it created a curse for your life. And the night I touched the gem, it was the same night that your father died. that your sister died. Percy, the energy shot into you, and your body couldn't.
Are you telling me that I started the fire?
No, I mean, it's.
Are you telling me that I killed them?
It's not your fault. Yeah, it's my fault. It's my fault.
Can you just tell me everything you know about the stone? Okay, I need to know what's going on. I work with people, Mom. Like I almost absorbed the soul of one of my teammates tonight. How do I control that?
What?
How do I stop it?
What do you mean?
I have a teammate named Cal who's from the Fey realm, and there was a Fey, and the minute I smelled him. Yeah, they're from the Moonvale.
You can tell she's thinking hard. This stone, this gem, the energy inside of it, the reason that I touched it is because it was built to destroy Fey magic. Percy, that's what the curse was. And
so that's why the minute I smelled him, I was hungry.
Yeah, in a way, you are built to destroy the Fae. I suppose, if you want to think of it that way, this power inside of you.
Am I safe to be around him?
I don't know.
Do you know the name of the stone or anything about it at all that will be helpful?
Yes, it's, as Justin flips through his notes. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good. I'm also writing notes.
It's the Eye of Rekisug. Rekisug. Rehkisug. And she says, but Percy, the crowns, all of this is it's more than this about the gem. The gem is gone. The gem was destroyed. The gem is within you. But I don't know how it connects to the crowns, but what I do know is something about this place, about this town that you're living in, that my mom is living in. It's like a signal. And if there is war, this is going to be a battlefield.
Then how do we stop the war?
I don't know.
Okay. Then what am I supposed to do about it?
I just want you to be safe. This all started because I was trying to protect you, protect Reagan, and I don't know, I just made it worse. I don't know.
Mom, I mean, I get... Let's not get hung up on what happened before, because that's not happening anymore. What's happening now is I have 5 people on my team, 7, who will die if we don't figure out how to stop this. So I need something. I need some kind of lead. I need to figure out how to find these crowns and how to stop this war. Do you have anything that can help me?
The curse. The original curse. That my mom had, that I had, that you had before it was destroyed. It was in origin, but something more than that. It was something more powerful, and there's a possibility that if I don't know, I don't know. When I was trying to figure out how to fix it, the crowns kept coming up for me, and there may be a correlation there. I don't know what.
So do you think if I got Cal, my teammate who's been to the Moonvale, that he might be able to find something out about the curse if I had him talk to Nana or something? She still has it, doesn't she? Or is it just gone?
I don't know. I don't know. I thought maybe it was destroyed for all of us. Maybe it was just you. It shouldn't pass on. Or else this was all for fucking nothing. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I don't know what else to do here aside from more research and maybe bring my Fae friend over to meet my grandma.
I'll let you rest. I'm sorry. I'll be here. I'll find you.
You're gonna come back though, right?
Do you want me to?
Yes, Mom, you're literally one of the only people I have left. I need you to come back, okay?
She moves closer to you. And there's still this, like, fizzy, faint, shadowy effect, if you look too hard at her, but she just moves closer to you, and she puts this transparent, shadowy hand on your head, your cheek, holding your head. And she says, I'll be here. And we will cut away to dawn. The next morning, it is December 23rd. I mean, technically it was midnight, so it was December 23rd already. But now it's December 23rd in the daytime. And you all, rather Nels, Cal, and Mac wake up, or rather, I guess Nels was maybe on guard for the second half of the night, maybe.
Yeah.
So, Cal and Mac, you both wake up to this sound. Nels, you hear it on the walkie. Base, come in. This is Wilson. Come in. Anybody there? Anybody there?
I take the walkie. This is Base. Nell's speaking. We read you loud and clear. Over.
Nels, get down here. You gotta get down by the movie theater now.
Roger that. Do you need us to bring any gear? Over.
Bring, weapons now. And, shit. Get out of the way. Okay, listen, monsters are here, in daylight, the sun is up, people are walking to work right now, they do not notice anything yet, but they are about to. We got a shit show going. Call the others, now, meet me down here.
Roger. Mac, do you know, anybody's beeper number?
Yes, because I totally wrote that down while I was geeking out about technology. Sure, right, Justin? Tell me.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
my beeper is all the rage. Yeah, I got it. I'm gonna. How do beepers work? That's
Cal,
me
are
asking.
you? Oh.
I'll do the thing for beeping.
Yeah, you get in touch with
Call
you know
him. He sees your
Percy and
number.
Darby.
You call him back.
With Percy and Darby. The both of you wake up to your phone's going off. It's Mac. You could say something to them if you want to, Mac, or you could just.
We got trouble. Get over here. Why am I talking to a beeper?
Bring
Just
weapons.
walking. Bring weapons. If you have a pistol, I would love a pistol. Yeah.
Are there any weapons in the base that we can take?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
There's
is
a whole
there
armory.
Yes!
Yeah.
there?
Yeah, there's a whole armory there that, is full of weaponry. Like both like medieval weaponry, like axes and maces, to like specific like types of weapons, like silver daggers. And then there's also like some swords and whatnot. And then there is like guns, crossbows, all kinds of stuff.
Is there anything in particular? Oh, iron. Is there anything made of iron? Because Cal said that Fae are weak against iron in case any of the monsters
You
are Fae.
find there's a mace, an old medieval looking mace that looks like it has an iron like metal tip.
Yeah, I take the mace.
Awesome.
And I'm like,
Yeah, it's very
This'll
heavy,
do.
but you are also very beefy, so maybe you do that.
I just sort of like
Whoa.
hiss.
Yeah, Cal doesn't like that.
pick your weapon, Cal. We got a
good.
fight on our hands.
I'm ready.
So,
At least grab some armor.
all of you go ahead and, if you don't have already, go ahead and give yourself a +1 armor if you're putting on armor.
Yeah.
If you already have armor, then nix that. You also can grab whatever weapon you want. We can just create it in the moment later if you tell me what you grabbed whenever it comes up. So we will go ahead and cut to 8 a.m.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait.
Darby, what's up?
Before I do that, so once I get beeped and told that there is
Mhm.
monsters here, I think I'm gonna walk to Winnie's house on my way and just knock on the door.
Okay. Winnie is actually out with Wilson and Hux.
Oh, so they know. Never mind.
Yeah, they
It's
were out
fine.
on patrol
Let's go.
together all night.
Forget I
Her
said
parents walk to the
anything.
door like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also
okay.
you know that Winnie lives with Wilson because her parents died.
Yeah.
That was in the one shot, everybody. In case you
Yeah.
want to know more about Winnie and her parents and their death, you can go watch the one shot we did called Shadows in Smalltown.
It's really good.
Really good stuff. Anyway, all right, so you all get to 8 a.m. People are walking down the street in the snow, going to, some people are going to work, some people are just like up and about getting coffee in the morning. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and you see Wilson in the middle of the street. He looks like, to those who can't see through the shimmer, he may just look like he's directing traffic, but you actually see a crossbow in his hand as he is shooting into the sky at these flying creatures, just swirling all around the square. You turn and you see Winnie with her massive great axe, that her mom's great axe. She is trying hard to like swing, but it's so heavy and she's so scrawny, it's not really working out for her. But Hux has her back. Hux has I forget what Hux used in the one shot. We're just gonna say Hux has like a shotgun. Hux has like a sawed-off shotgun, and the two of them are fighting what seem to be demonic creatures in nature. These like beasts with wings and like snarling faces and horns. They look very devilish. But they're fighting kind of on the ground level while he shoots up at these fae-like creatures. Like they're like pixies but larger. They look a little more.
Impish?
What's that?
Impish?
They look impish. Yeah, they look impish for sure. And you walk into this scene, and we're gonna go ahead and start with our table over here. So anybody who wants to start, jump into this scene. Go for it.
I want to identify what the biggest threat is, and I want to run at it and leap and bite it.
Amazing. Roll me read a bad situation real quick.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm looking for...
It's sharp, sorry.
Thank you. That's an 11.
An 11. Fantastic. You may ask, which you've already done, so I'll answer the first one if you want to use it, but I'm putting it on your sheet right now. With an 11, you get 3 hold to ask any of the read a bad situation questions there. You did just ask what is the biggest threat, so we'll just start with that one, if that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
In your Fey eyes, these impish creatures, they're not hugely threatening. They will steal things, and they will maybe bite some people, but overall, they're not going to, like... It's going to take them a while to, like, actually murder someone. So, you think that the bigger threat is actually the 2 demons that are lurking over in the alleyway.
Okay. And are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Any dangers you haven't noticed? Good question. Cal, you look at this scene, and one thing that is kind of clear to you, the people walking by aren't currently, like, looking this direction, but you, Cal, with your ability to kind of see more than what's there, your kind of like this supernatural senses, if you will, you, and also I will add Nell's, you also notice this. It comes and goes for you, Nell's, but your kind of sixth sense ability of kind of seeing supernatural things and whatnot, beyond just that which, you know, you all have been, like, kind of indoctrinated to see, the two of you can see the shimmer, and you can see that it is weakening. And although the people right now cannot see these monsters, it's kind of going in and out like a, you know, I can't think of a good example, but it's going, you know, it's fading and kind of coming back, you know, and then fading again, and it just looks like it's losing power, the shimmer.
Okay.
Yep.
I see. Okay. I'll use my third question to ask. Well, the question is, what's the best way to protect the victims? I guess I want to know if, like, I just want to assess how many people are here for whom this shimmer is perhaps.
Yeah.
Now.
It's only a handful of people right now. So overall, you'd say that as long as you guys are standing in the way, nobody's going to be in an immediate danger. No citizens are going to be. However, if this continues, and that shimmer does go down, you can foresee chaos happening in the streets here. If people start actually seeing what's happening, they're going to start running around, creating havoc. It's going to be wild, which then will create more danger for themselves. Yeah.
I see. Okay. Great. Well, now we have that information.
You do have that.
Anyone else want to take an action?
And
Percy-
yeah, and
Oh, go ahead.
sorry, just to say, you did mention you wanted to run towards that biggest threat, so if you just start running that direction
Good.
towards those demons if you want to.
I would, yeah. Let me run up to him and.
Cool. So you run up there. Percy, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, is the Fey hunger popping up for Percy at all? Do I need to roll to resist or deal with that in any way?
Not right now. It doesn't seem to be that bad. You're not sure why. Maybe you're already satiated.
Okay. Do I know anything about how to defend against or banish demons in any way?
It's weird. So this is new for all of you. I want to say that much. You've never, and I say never, fought monsters in the daytime. So it's very bizarre. I guess the one exception would be the whole Hovos thing that happened yesterday. But technically you didn't fight him till the night, so it still counts. Anyway, but with that being said, Percy, go ahead and roll for me. Roll investigate a mystery.
Investigate a mystery, which is a +1 for my demon knowledge, and that's an 8.
An 8. So you can ask me one general question here. However you want to phrase it.
How do I keep Hux and Winnie safe?
You know that you somehow have a great power within. You know that you absorbed the demons yesterday. You don't know if that would happen again. Like these demons seem a little, they're different than the shadow demons for sure, but maybe the same applies. Regardless, you think that putting yourself between them and these monsters would be beneficial to them.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna book it in that direction and see what happens.
Okay. So Percy and Cal are both headed towards these demons. Who's next?
I'd like to just get on the other side of that group that just lined up. I'm going to go to the back end of that just so I can shout over my shoulder to Winnie and say, keep your knees bent. And I'm going to be looking for I'm looking for a group, a tight group of enemies here.
Okay.
Is there a group?
So there's two demons here, and there's like a flying flock of imps in the sky. That's the only enemies you see right now.
Okay.
So if you want a tight group, you could try to shoot like, I don't know what exactly it is you're wanting a tight group for, but maybe you could aim up at the flying creatures. There's more of them.
Yeah, I think he's gonna see if they can, as soon as they move so they're not directly above anything, he's gonna chuck a grenade up at them.
Oh, sick. Okay, yeah, hell yeah. Roll kick some ass, dude.
Yes. Okay. Right, here we go. Ooh, that is not good. It's a 6, but I would like to use my luck to make it a 12.
Ah, the first point of luck used in the game. So Darby, you think, and just you're about to throw it, and you almost fail with this 6 because you hesitate for a moment because they dart out of the way. You almost miss them completely, but then you do like a Patrick Mahomes and just kind of fling it sideways, and it and go ahead. With a 12, let's see, you get to do 2 things with Kick Some Ass. And I am just looking them up. So you inflict harm, and then you also get to either gain 1 plus 1 forward, or give a +1 to another hunter. You can inflict terrible harm, which gives +2 to the enemy instead of just +1. You can suffer less harm, because you are going to take harm, or you can force them where you want them.
Okay. For the skybound things, I think I'm gonna inflict. Well, actually, okay. So before I make that decision, I need to ask Cal something.
Okay.
Can I? Okay, I'm just gonna shout, Cal, can you fly?
No. Someday,
Just checking.
Perhaps.
Just checking.
And
Fair question. As I'm like
So-
sprinting off.
yeah. So okay. So I choose inflict 2 harm to the flying imps. Just
Fantastic.
floating.
Okay, and you, sir, are going to take 2 harm as well. You can subtract your armor from that, so 1 harm.
It's
and they
actually no
take
harm because
2
I have
harm.
I have 2 armor right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, you have the 2 armor. That's right. I forgot. You're the one who has 2 armor. Okay. Okay. So, cool.
Say my first monster fight.
So, explosion. You, a few of them kind of dodge out of the way of this, but you like literally catch on fire / like bloody gore, like over half of them. But 3 of them kind of dart down and just start scratching on you. They kind of like are all actually like attached to you, and they're like trying to like rip into your body, but you're wearing all this armor, so you don't get any of it. But yes, you have honestly done pretty good there. Cool. Who's next?
Mac is gonna look at Darby throwing an entire grenade into the sky. And just give the most judgmental look.
Yeah.
Finds some kind of, if there's like, I don't know, a lovely craftsman built home where I can climb up to the roof with my little crossbow that I definitely grabbed from the armory, as
Cool.
one does.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shoot one of the same imps.
Okay. They're on Darby now, so I just want you to know if you fail this roll, I just want you to be aware of that.
I have never missed in my entire life.
Cool. Roll for it. Let's go. Kick some ass. Oh, by the way, Darby. Oh, never mind. You don't get it because you did that. Never mind.
I think Darby's just trying to do jumping jacks until he sees Mac looking his way,
Uh-huh.
and then he's just gonna go.
Yeah, you see Mac. So Mac,
I rolled an 8, but with my eagle eye, I treat anything between a 7 and a 9 as a 10+.
Oh, eagle eye! Holy crap, dude. Okay, very cool.
She really does never miss.
For real.
I mean, capable
So
of it.
as long as you roll a success, it's a good success.
Yes.
Wow, fantastic. In that case, do you want to gain the advantage? Take 1 + 1 forward, give 1 + 1 forward, inflict terrible harm, suffer less harm, or force them where you want them.
I'm gonna force them where I want them, away from Darby.
Okay, cool. You.
I like
one.
to think it's pinned to someone's car.
Sure, yeah. One on your chest, Darby, just kind of gets just jousted into a car with their wing, and they're like, ah, ah! The other two, Darby, fly off of you and launch themselves at Mac. So Mac, you will take 2 harm.
Cool.
But minus your armor. Fantastic. That leaves Nell's. Oh, by the way, when that explosion happened, a few of the people walking through town were like, huh, fireworks starting already? It's weird. And they keep walking. So the shimmer seems to be still in effect at the moment.
Cool. I want to run after where Cal went, and I'm going to attack the big demons.
Awesome. Kick some ass.
Yes. I'm going to try to shoot them with my shotgun.
Very cool.
All right, let's see. Kick some ass. 11.
11. You guys are doing great. Okay.
We're a badass team.
You're a badass team. Yes, you do. Do you have, did you already give tags to that weapon?
I gave it, you can tell me if this is wrong. I gave it, for hunting rifle, it's 2 harm, far, and loud is
Okay.
what it is. Yeah.
Cool. Cool. So what do you want your bonus, to be?
My bonus? I get a bonus?
Just, because you rolled an 11, a 10 or higher, you get the extra effect for kick some ass.
Can I do more harm? That was one of the effects, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
So, in that case, yeah, good. Does it say how much harm the hunting rifle does?
2 harm.
2 harm. So 3 harm towards one of these demons. Yeah, you line up your shot, and the echo rings out, and the demon gets angry as it looks to you. Nell's still standing, and it launches itself into the air and then looks down at you and just huge plume of fire cast down at you, and you will take 2 harm of, sorry, it's 3 harm. I did the math in my head already. Minus your 1 armor, so 2 total harm of fire damage. Very good, very good. Back to everybody being available here. We'll just go kind of in the same order here, just for the sake of that. So Cal, what do you you get up? So the demon you were going towards just leapt up out of your reach and is now breathing fire at your sister. There's another one though that Hux and Winnie are trying to attack, but you do what you want here.
Okay. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna see this turn and roast my sister, and I'm gonna sort of pivot and run and just like leap and use my bite attack. It looks kind of like the angel on that Led Zeppelin shirt, like totally like spreading like out, like
yeah,
total like leaping through the air and then like wrapping around whatever this. What do these demon creatures look like?
So these are what they are like your classic typical demon, basically. They're kind of like they range from like a deep red,
like curly mustache and like forked tail.
Yeah, you called it. Like a deep red to like a dark, dark like indigo color.
Cool.
But they're kind of like they have like bits of like kind of fur. But overall, it's just like stretched skin. Their wings are, completely veiny and
humanoid?
skinny. They're humanoid, yeah. They have like the 3 like kind of like dinosaur like claw legs. So like they have the 1 claw in the back and then like 2 up front, essentially, the feet. Very muscular, like abs and torso. And then just big claws and 2 large horns. Yeah.
Great. Cool. Yeah, I'm
Typical
gonna roll
demons,
kicks
baby.
ass. And I rolled an 11.
Gosh, y'all
And
rolling well.
So this is me just like leaping, wrapping like kind of around the torso of this demon and biting it on the neck
Yeah.
as hard as I can. I'm going to the extra effect. I'll choose suffer less harm. So that's -1 harm.
Cool. Very good. You grab up there. You just start like clawing into this thing. What harm do your claws or to your bite does your bite do? What,
3.
3. Okay.
Quite a
Damn.
bite.
Very. It's as much as a hunting rifle. So very good.
It's more than a hunting rifle.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's because
gonna
you did the
say, I'm
plus
like-
1. That's good. Okay. Yeah, this demon's not looking great. It, however, claw grabs you and just scrapes across your back, Cal. And so you take. Well, you're wearing armor too, right? Or
Yeah,
are you?
I'm just gonna count. I mean, for the sake of just flavor, it's this super thick Santa cloak.
That works for me.
Santa coat.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you actually only take 1 harm then, because you -1 from the armor and then minus another 1 from
Love it.
your effect there. But you are currently on this flying beast, just kind of like hanging on.
Cool.
Percy.
Yeah, so at this point, I'm standing in front of Winnie and Hux facing the other demon, yeah?
In front of Winnie and Huck. Yes.
Okay, so I guess I'm gonna try and just think inwardly and let loose whatever is inside of me and hope that something good happens.
Use some magic. I will add, this one, it looks a little more injured than the other one. Like, Winnie's actually got a few lucky hits on it.
Nice. Okay.
Hux is playing defense, trying to actually, like, save Winnie from getting hit every time she hits. So she's, like, grabbing Winnie and, like, moving her.
And then I have a +1 for my demon knowledge. Oh, that is an 8.
Excuse me. An 8. Okay. Percy, you, all these thoughts just flood you. It's just like, there's some anger about all this being like, all of this stuff happened in your life that you didn't know about, you didn't decide on. It's like, all this is just happening to you and you don't really have a say in it. And all this, like, it's just like, all this emotion kind of like amps up inside of you. And you, once again, your eyes just, go fiery. Now, you're gonna get the effect that you want here, but it's gonna come with a glitch since you rolled only a partial success there. So let's take a look at this, just because I don't know that we've actually had a glitch happen yet.
I think we did in the last one where Cal made me hungry.
Oh, that's true. So what we're gonna call this is... Okay, so this magic is going to draw immediate unwelcome attention. Percy, you, flaming eyes, it's that black flame like normal, and from your mouth, you scream, you just, and this like black darkness shoots from you, very much like the shadows that came out of you earlier, and just swarms like just flurrying over this demon. It is going to do, we will call this like shadow attack, basically. We'll just call it, yeah, this is a 3 harm move. So, okay. Write that down for yourself, too. Just in case I forget. So yeah, 3 harm. So this, this demon who was already pretty injured, falls to a knee, and you've got it on the ropes. But when you do that, a few things happen, Percy. Number one, the imp creatures who are currently dancing over here with your friends, they all look over towards you, and you've drawn their attention. The other demon that Cal is on right now, also you've gathered its attention, and you also hear, because you screamed, it was like this, you hear, all of you hear, distant but not too distant, a bellow. Just like this deep, like, just bellow. I don't know how else to describe it. It's just like, and you feel the ground shake. That's Percy's turn. It is now Darby.
I think Darby's just gonna... Oh man, what is it? I'm trying to read a bad situation, so I just want to roll that, and I'm gonna investigate to see. Okay, that's a 9. I want to see what is the biggest threat. I just want to, because I know we got a team at work here, but what is the biggest threat?
Yeah, what's the biggest threat? Darby. It's a good question. Obviously, with this like loud call from somewhere else, that's like this unknown, definitely seems like the biggest threat now, because it seems like you've got this kind of under wraps. There's enough of you here to be able to take out a few more imps and a demon, but there's an unknown out there, supposedly coming this way. That's a threat, but that's not the biggest threat. Darby, once again, your combat senses are just on the nose, and you hear that from back there, but you're actually more focused on the sky. Darby, you see up above you a number of rips in the air. The same rip that you saw Nels and Cal and Mac fall through that first day, but different. I mean, some of them look similar, some of them look different. They're different shapes, different sizes, but there are a dozen of them scattered around the air near you. You're just seeing the fabric of reality get torn into by something, and you're realizing that all these monsters who came here in the daytime, there's more coming right now. And that is the biggest threat.
All right. Ooh. Okay. I think I'm just gonna. Gosh. I wanna hit my little thumb call thing again, just to annoy the higher ups one more time. And so I'm just gonna pull that out and hit thumb it.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows there's going to be a bit of a waiting period, and I think he's going to pull his shotgun from off of his back.
Cool. You prepare yourself for whatever is coming, and we're going to move to Mac.
You said one of the imps is on me?
They are, but they actually hop off of you, and because they're much more interested in Percy now.
Ow. Okay. I turned my attention to one of the larger demons and tried to, ride the high of absolutely nailing that shot.
Sure.
And
Do you want the one that's flying that currently has Cal, or do you want the one that is like on the ropes, you know, that just got the crap sucked out of them by Percy? Yeah, that wasn't good imagery.
The one with the lovely imagery. That's, you know.
Okay, the one on the ropes.
Put it out of its misery.
Sure.
As a mercy.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Mercy.
So let's go. Let's see. Oops. There we go. And I kick ice. 7. So once again, I rolled a 10 plus.
Okay. Yeah. You. I will tell you. You get the extra effect here, so you can choose what you want to use. I'll tell you right now. Don't worry about adding extra attack or extra harm because it only had the one, and you're definitely going to do more than that with your shot here. So
merciful killer.
You can get a different effect going if you want to, like a +1 forward for yourself or for another hunter.
I'll give a +1 to Percy.
To Percy. All right.
I want to hope that the sight was inspiring enough.
Yeah. Percy, you like, and like you're still like in it, and then just like through the head, a crossbow bolt shot through this demon, killing it. Yeah, and somehow that's inspiring. Your
Percy
team
turns
is
over to Mac and just gives her the demon horns. That was so metal.
Yeah. Like Ghost Rider Percy turns to you, Mac, and it's just like flaming eyes, you know.
And then you blink and I'm gone. I use Pass Without a Trace to disappear from everyone's sight.
All right, finally we go to Nell's.
I'm gonna shoot at the demon that has my brother.
Very good. Make the attack.
I love that this whole time I thought Mac was just talking a big game, but actually she really is a badass.
Yeah.
All right, I got a 7 this time.
Okay. So yeah. And that gun does 2 harm.
Yes.
Okay. You aim, shoot at it, and it like completely drops Cal to the ground, who tumbles to the side in the snow, and just like in a mad flurry rushes at you, gets one good claw across your chest. You suffer 1 harm just because you're wearing. Actually, it's 2 harm because it's a 3 harm claw attack. And the demon is dead. Its last attack just and just falls to the ground. The gunshot killed it.
Cool. I
So-
also fall down and vomit blood and black goo.
Okay. And all of you, the only things left are the imps, which kind of fly up in a flurry, and you all watch as they fly up and see in the sky all of these rifts opening up in the sky above you. You see around the corner a massive, like, troll, just a humongous, like, creature, disgusting in its look, bellowing, stomping down the street. Out of these rips in the air, you know, shadowy demons, creatures of the night, anything that your heart can imagine. I didn't do a good enough job writing down descriptions of these creatures, but they're all flying in the daylight. And you all see Smalltown become a humongous battlefield for hellish monsters. And that's where we'll stop tonight's session.
Oh, butts.
Oh, butts indeed.
Hells.
listen, thank you all so much for watching with us here. We hope you had a good time. We will be back with this show a week from tonight, Wednesday, whatever next Wednesday is, but same time, 7:30 p.m. Central. And we also have this upcoming Friday, the second part of our, Among the Giants classic D&D adventure that we're doing for our old school roundup. That's coming this Friday, 2 nights from tonight. So check that out. And finally, we're heading out of here just a little early tonight. You may be saying, why? Why, Justin? Why? I'll tell you why. It's because Jess has some awesome stuff that they're going to do right now. Jess, you want to talk about it real quick?
Yeah. So I'm streaming some pre-Dragon Age antics. If you don't know, Dragon Age Day is a fan-created holiday for December 4th. So you kind of get it's like D-A, but the 4 is an A. Anyway, every year they hold this sort of like collaboration between gamers and artists and even developers from the game, actors from the game, etc. And we all just try to raise money for a chosen cause. And this year, our cause is the Able Gamers charity, who provides free sort of like equipment for accessibility to video games for people with disabilities who may otherwise not be able to have any access to them due to financial need. So yeah, that's what I'll be raising money for. I have a bunch of different perks, including if you want to tag me with your name on one of these D20 tags. I need to reprint them again because I'm having some trouble with my printer, but 2 of them survived. So if you want one of these,
It's awesome.
I mean, you won't get them. They're going to go on my Christmas tree eventually, but yeah.
So if you want to be on Jess's Christmas tree, go check out this stream. I just put their Twitch channel in the chat here, so you can just hop right over, because as soon as we hit end on this, Jess is basically going to get started over there. So check that out tonight and the rest of the week as that awesome event happens. I'm very excited to watch myself. Anything else? Jess, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition, where all of my choices are made with dice exclusively.
So if you didn't have enough crazy dice moments, that's happening after this tonight.
I don't have any boosts to the dice, whether I like it or not, so...
No boosts?
Nope.
Just straight up dice. Woo, baby!
No choice.
All right, I'm excited to watch that. So, anyway, we'll be back with more Duskfall next week. So until then, everybody have a safe week, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much.
Bye everyone.